Hey there, Ken here from Crosshair Games X, and I just wanted to take a look at a clip I had. I wanted to discuss a bit about my experience early in Fallout 76 on Steam. I am aware of the common perception of this game, and I did play it for PS4 when it first came out back then, when it was really, really bad, really buggy, uh, and basically unacceptable. And I didn't like it. I got to level 35 and I quit the game entirely. I have not picked up the copy on the PS4 since, but I did think about going back to it because of the role-playing experience I had. And in general, I do roleplay in these games more than just running around, uh, trying to PvP and stuff. Hardcore mode isn't a thing yet on the Steam version, the PC version, and I'm looking forward to when it is. Long story short, it's a lot better of a game now. There's still a lot wrong with it, don't get me wrong, but you kind of have to appreciate the effort that Bethesda has put into making this game better. Uh, there's definitely some love in it. A lot of complaints being addressed. This doesn't excuse the greedy antics that they've run us through, like the Atomic Shop or the Atom Shop. Uh, the Fallout First stuff is also inexcusable. Um, Namely, I mean, if you want to do Fallout First, that's fine, because it does grant some benefits in the game that are pretty cool, but it's still overpriced for what it is. If you have disposable income, so be it. If you play this game enough, so be it. But as it stands, paying $17 a month for a single month, or paying $107 for an entire year's worth of Fallout First just to be able to place a tent in other areas of the game without moving your shop, without moving your camp, that is. That's kind of gross from an outside perspective. But if you play this game a lot, you'll understand why. But the caveat there is that you have to play this game a lot for that thing to be worth it. Personally, I knew I'd be playing this game a lot because I wasn't going to waste $40 on a game that I wasn't going to play at all. Kind of like how I wasted initially $70 on it, and I didn't play it past 50 hours. I am probably past 50 hours. I'm a role player. I like taking my time. I've been having fun on this game. I'll say it now. I'm pleasantly surprised. That being said, I wanted to talk about my experience in this game between nukes. So, what players have to do in this game is, well, what they can do in this game, they can essentially do whatever they want that the game lets them. Um, I mean, from being vendors, different builds, anything that you could imagine in a Fallout game, I suppose. They give you free reign. Um, but players can launch nukes at Fisher sites to bring out the Scorched Queen. And these are server-wide fights that are very difficult, especially for low-level players like I was that decided to hitch a ride with all these high-level, power armor clad, uh, you know, just all around Terminators. And they were killing the Scorch Queen, getting the benefits of it, getting the legendary loot, getting the XP, leveling up, and I couldn't do anything to her. Only once was I able to actually get her drop by doing a sizable enough amount of damage using a shotgun. So hitting her with each pellet from the shotgun gave me 1 damage, and, you know, waste enough ammo on her, and I got some pretty great drops. That being said, in between each nuke, after killing each Scorch Queen, there is a downtime. And what you see on the screen right now is a bunch of players just walking around the camps, and I call it a campsite for a good reason, just chilling, taking pictures, messing around, and waiting for the next nuke to drop. And you can see in the back, there's a guy in power armor jumping around back there. So here's the thing. And it's kind of pixelated because I don't have proper, photo taking, screen capturing software. I just use Xbox Game Bar. But this is a small sample size. I could only go so far in the game on photo mode of what I call Woodstock. And Woodstock is the sheer amount of Fallout First tents that people put down at these sites waiting for the Queen. And you could fast travel to these tents from anywhere on the map for free. So a lot of people leave their tents here for when the next nuke drops. They get the news, they get the warning, and they go back to their tent that they've placed near the bomb zone. So here's the thing. This may not seem that profound, but when you're there and you're sitting around this massive campsite, I mean, there are tents here, 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 here. You see tents way in the distance there, there, there. There's mine. There's some in the background right here. There's hundreds of these tents, it seems. And players, like there, everyone here, they're hanging out in this massive camp area. And I've seen nothing like it in any other game. Just all these players chilling out waiting for the next nuke as the sun sets and you see the lit tents of each player starting to light up the night, waiting for this. And I'll hit play here. You'll just see us messing around. Some players on top of tents, all waiting. People in power armor. Me messing with the camera, and there I take a photo, and there's the nuke. And where can you see something like this? And there's another tent. There's a little, building over here too. I want to rewind that back to this view. And again, I'm underplaying it. Far off in the distance here around the circle, there are plenty of other tents. But for a good 15 minutes, people just hang out. They talk on voice chat. And it's just this aesthetically pleasing, really gritty, campy feeling experience. And here we are, ready to together face down the Scorch Queen and work. And there's my tent. And that's the thing, my tent over there is so close to the bomb site that people could take shelter in here. And you could see people standing on my tent getting ready because the Scorch Queen generally fights around my tent. Keep in mind, I'm level 20. I can't do anything to the Scorch Queen. But it's awesome just being able to sit in here and help everyone and still get one piece of legendary armor from, nailing the Scorch Queen a couple times with some shotgun slugs. And I get a nice legendary piece of armor for little to no effort outside of helping people with their stashes or, with the musician AP or, anything you could do with these tents. And there's the missile. You can see it right up in the sky as it goes down. And let me ask, in what other game do you experience like something like this? Again, you could see the people jumping around their tents, just coming at it. It's amazing. It's like Woodstock with these tents. It's awesome. Of course, that's an exaggeration with Woodstock, but it just reminds me of something like that. I've been to music festivals with seas of tents. And you could see a Scorch Beast flying around over there and getting killed by that nuke. I'm probably going to trim this and post it. Boom. Awesome. It's just so cool. You don't get this anywhere else.